Shalom, family. Um, I I want to talk to you guys about, the Spirit want me to talk to you guys about some things that are going on right now. There's a lot of people who are going through karma, right? They don't want to accept the truth. They don't want to admit their wrongdoing. They want to put the blame on you. They want to make it seem like you're the problem. They want to make it seem like you creating these situations. You creating this situation. It's your fault this is happening. It's your fault they're not getting this. It's your fault. All that they doing is trying to guilt trip you into your old self. Okay? The old person you used to be, you're no longer that person, and they know that. But they will sit there and make you feel guilty so you can try to get back to that old person so they can feel better about themselves because you did the work and they didn't. Okay? So beware of that. And those people, believe it or not, are your family, your friends, close friends, people you never thought would be like that, are your people you never thought who would be that way with you. I'm sorry. It's like all these little insects and birds and bees and stuff around me. So it's beautiful. Yeah, so you have to be careful with that. So don't let anybody guilt trip you back to your old self. Don't let anybody tell you who you are. Because I know that this recently, the Spirit said, and I kept getting confirmation after confirmation, that once you start, once you truly heal and you start to level up, everybody from your past, all of a sudden, they can feel it, they can see it, they start to try to come into your energy, trying to be around you so they can enjoy that those blessings with you. But the truth is, when you were going through the hard part, where were they? They weren't around. They abandoned you. They left you for you to deal with situation by yourself. And then now that you have a little something, you leveling up, things are happening, good things are coming your way. All of a sudden, they wanna be, oh, bestie, oh, my sister, my brother, my cousin, hey cuz, all that bullshit. No, you didn't know me when I was going through stuff. Don't just give me the same energy that you gave me when I was going through my shit, and you felt like you shouldn't have to go through it with me. So don't come and try to go through the good part with me either. Stay in your lane, right? Because see, I run into this guy. That guy is so weird, It's just like his spirit, just his energy is so messed up, man. He's like, he have that anxious energy, that anxious spirit that can't settle for, can't settle down, doesn't know how to relax, right? That Saul spirit. You guys heard the story of Saul. That Saul spirit that he have is so bad. Like he just got it really deep. So I'm kind of like not really trying to hang with them because I remember I wear tights, sometimes I wear my, jeans or whatever. And he kept staring at my butt. I mean, how is it my fault that you were staring at my butt? And he goes, you going to hell. You're not going to heaven wearing that. You shouldn't be taunting man and this and that. So he would have a severely twisted mind. I'm all like, what the hell? He said you should cover yourself, you should do this. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, you don't tell a Haitian woman how to dress, first of all. You don't do that. And first of all, and then you're not my man. You do not tell me how to dress. Okay? So I'm doing my workout. I'm not gonna be wearing no jeans or whatever to work out. So I'm gonna wear my tights and sweatpants or whatever. Maybe, they be a little snug, but what were you doing staring at my butt? So because he felt some type of way, therefore he's trying to make it my fault. Narcissist, right? The Saul spirit. So I'm like, ooh, hell no. And I keep they keep getting rid of this guy from my energy, and then he keep coming back. Now I don't have any type of feeling for the guy. I don't like him. There's no attraction there. Maybe for him, but for me, nothing. When I say nothing, I mean nothing. I just treat him just like I treat everybody else, right? And I was in a different city that I used to live in, and he saw me. I didn't even recognize him. He's like, hey, and then he goes, yeah, I see you on YouTube. I said, oh, okay. And then he goes, and then he sent me a message talking about you back in the world. I'm not in this world. I'm like, this dude is still leveling, is still vibing really low. Because he can't see the changes, he can't see anything. He's blind because he's a narcissist, right? And then he's sending me all those things, talking about this is what's gonna happen, this is that. I don't know why I gave him my phone number in the first place, you guys. Because because hey, I don't have your phone number. What is it? And I should have made a better decision. But anyway, I learned, right? Then he kept calling me. I'm like, damn. So I don't answer his calls. I always end up missing his call. I don't answer his call. And then he goes, he got a new number. Because I remember I had blocked him. And I think he got a new number, and I gave him my phone number again. I'm like, shit. Anyway, so he called me. He see I wasn't picking up on the one number he had. He called me on a different freaking number. And I looked at the numbers. I'm all like, okay, this is a different number. So I called the number back. Oh, Lord. It was him. That's what I get. It was him. I'm like, shit. And he's like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, I'm okay, how are you? And he's like, what you cooking? What you making for dinner? I'm like, what? He's like, what you making for dinner? I said, is that a question or a question? You know how some people, I don't know, the way he sounded like he was just making a statement, or I don't know. And, and he saw that I was kind of like, puzzled about it, and he's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I said, I'm not cooking. And he goes, oh. I'm like, what are you making? And my phone. So I've been having a problem with my phones, so I have to order a new phone. They said it came yesterday, but I didn't see it, so hopefully I'll get it today. So I can't really make phone calls. So every time I'm talking on the phone just cut off, and people can't hear me. I can't hear them, so then they hang up. So there goes my phone call. So anyway, he's like, I'll text you. I'm like, okay, fine. Text me, nothing. But what I'm saying is, like, those are the energies that they're going to be sending towards your way. Those entities will send towards your way. It's like they're recycling people, right? They recycle these people. Excuse me. It's like they're recycling these people to send your way, the same old energies. They want to send your way to do the same old crap, and you have to be aware of it. because I used to be in a situation where not situation, but the mindset that giving someone your phone number is really nothing. I want to tell you guys a quick story, right? I hope it's quick. This guy, we grew up together. Like, he was the same age as my cousin. My grandmother had 20 children, and she had 18 boys and 2 girls. Some of the kids that she had, she made her a grandmother before my mother was born. Okay? So most of my cousins are older, older than, my mom, and, some's close in age with my mother. Some are a little bit younger than my mom. So those are the age where he grew up with. So he was he was older, and he had this fascination with me when I was 14. I remember, but I didn't really take it personally. I guess it didn't really. I don't know. I just kind of feel like no matter what, I'm protected. Even if I go through hell and back, I knew that I was protected. I just didn't want to go through it because it's so hard, but I knew I was protected. I don't know how I knew that, but somehow I knew, I always knew that the Most High had my back no matter what. That, I always had that faith. Wow, that's deep. I always had that faith. Never lost it. Even in the hardest situation where I could have given up, but I didn't, because I knew that the Father had my back. And I always said that, and I always believed it, and I lived my life as such, because people would ask me for things. Even if I didn't have it, I would give it to them, because I know that my Father would give me, always bless me. So I always had that faith. But this guy, I didn't take him, I didn't see that he was harmful at the time. So one day, I think I was like, I was 22 or 23. Well, maybe I was a little bit younger. And he said, hey, you want to go to Reno? I'm all like, sure. And he's like, we're just going to go. We're going to get 2 hotel rooms. You're going to get your own. We're just going to hang out. He's almost like a cousin, a family member. So I'm all like, oh, yeah, let's go. We cool. But me, I don't have the intention of being with the person like that. Because I grew up around mostly men, I feel like when I'm around a lot of guys, I'm kind of like one of the guys. Not in the sense like I'm into women, but I'm just one of the guys. And I don't feel threatened, I don't feel threatened. So I feel, I feel at home. I feel cool, because that's how I kind of grew up, And I was like, I was a tomboy. I started lifting when I was 12, doing all type of stuff, I had a cousin who was a professional boxer, and then I had one who was a professional wrestler. So, it was no big deal. So we went and we had fun, and then after that, we went back. Turned out he got 1 hotel room, right? A lot of people don't know who Ephonia is. They just see me. I look calm and collected. They think they can run games on me, but trust me, I'm smarter than you think. I play dumb, but I'm smarter than you think. So this guy thought he was smart. He goes, well, can you help me out? I said, look, dude, that was not what we talked about. You like my family, you like my cousin, and the only thing that you can do is almost like you raised my butt, and then now you want to get this, and that's not what you said. He's like, okay. But I knew my spirit was with me. My spirit guy was protecting me, and he could not touch me. No matter what he tried to do, he could not touch me, and I knew I was safe. But now I hang out with some other dude. They'll go around and say, oh yeah, I did it with Ephonia, we did it, we did this, we had that. I'm all like, I do not do that. I do not do that unless I know for sure that we are in a relationship and I get to know you for a little while, you are not getting that, right? I know. I'm very strict on that because I know that that's something I had in the back of my mind, that I do not want to be used as a garbage can, because a lot of time when you meet somebody, you don't know what type of spirit they have in them. You don't know what's going on with them, and then you open your treasure to that person. The next thing you know, it defiles you, and then when you're ready to marry, ready to give that to that special person who did the work, and they have to get junk. I don't believe in giving my body to just anybody and everybody, because the person who's gonna end up with it need to have something special, need to have something that every man, or all type of men didn't taste. That's how I feel about it, but people may feel different, but that's my feeling. Okay, so I know that I don't go around and sleep around like people was saying. So this guy, I don't know, out of the blue, my cousin, I didn't know he was spreading this, right? Saying how that he went somewhere with me, and he had a charm on him to sleep with any women. No woman can refuse him, but I did. It wasn't me, like I said, my spirit guide, my protection that protected me from that, okay? And so he was going and saying, wow, he said, I respect her out of every woman that I know. I have to admit that I respect her, because even though I had the charm, she did not fall in. I didn't know that he was saying that, because a lot of other people were saying, oh yeah, I did it. I did it with them, because when they see I hang out with them, like if I go out to like get a drink, or if I'm talking to them, then it's like, trying to act like I'm in a relationship with them or whatever. So I didn't know that the what the spirit just told me? The spirit was saying that because the stuff I didn't know that people were guys were going around and trying to defame my name, trying to make me out to be something that I'm not, and which kept a lot of suitors away from me, good ones. And they said that happened because they wanted to have evidence. True evidence, meaning that someone who had charm on them, and that person is going around admitting, even though he had that strong charm, that no woman can refuse him, but I did, and for that he respects me. And that's how things kind of die down. So you see, sometimes they put you in a situation, you don't know why they put you in that situation. They put you in that situation to protect you and help you in the future, because there are things that you don't see, things that you don't know, meetings that you didn't know was happening behind your back. So when you see they do something, it may look weird, it may look like, why am I doing this? Go with it. Trust that your spirit guides, your spirit team have your back. Trust that the Most High have your back, and everything that he does for you, he puts you through, is for your good. He got you. He got your back 100%. Just trust that, because that's what I had to do. Because, like I said, I go with it. When it comes to the Most High, I don't question. I don't. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, why do I have to do that? Which is a question, but after that, I go with it, and later on I find out why I had to do it. There was a guy that I was walking with one day, and he asked me, he said, would you sleep with someone if they give you $1 million? I said, no. I said, because I don't know the type of disease that person had. And then the next day he came back again. He said, what if that person, that that the person is clean, they don't have no disease, no nothing, would you still do it? I say no. And he's like, why? He said, that don't even sound right. I said, well, the spirit said to me that what if that person have a bunch of evil demonic spirits in him, and that $1 million that you went to sleep with him for is an exchange, the payment for him to take his junk off of him and to put on you and take your blessings. I couldn't come up with this. It had to be the Spirit, because I'm not, like I said, I'm not that smart to know this, okay? But they said, can you imagine you are trading your $1 billion body or $2 billion body for $1 million, and for people to put their garbage into you? So I guess the message is for ladies and men. And I know that some people say men can't receive. Any hole that you can push things out of, that hole can get things in as well. Okay? So that's why when you finish having intercourse with your partner, you start to smell like each other. And you get a blended scent, okay? You get a blended scent. So that's why it's very important that you don't let anybody into your treasure if you plan on getting married. If you don't want to get married, you want to go out there and just make it a free-for-all, that's your business. But if you plan on getting married, don't go over there just giving that stuff to everybody, because you don't know what they put in you. And then the person who decides to spend the rest of their life with you, and they getting junk, is that fair? No, it's not. And I don't know why I went there, but yeah. So integrity is important. The way you treat your body is important. So don't allow just anybody or anything to enter your body just because they have money. And the Spirit also was saying that there's going to be a lot of people entering your life. Don't judge them based on the way they look. Don't judge them based on the way they dress. Don't judge them based on the color of their skin. Don't judge them based on the way they speak. Judge them based on their spirit. Their spirit is going to tell you who that person is. Yes, their spirit is going to tell you who they are. Okay? Your spirit is going to, their spirit is going to tell you if this person is worthy to spend time with, is worthy to be around you. Okay? Because right now, you are cleansing, you are being upgraded, you are not in the same level anymore with a lot of people. And the entities and the demons, they are setting these people towards you to distract you from your purpose, from your mission. And not everybody you should be listening to. You have to, again, judge people by their spirits, because evil can enter you by listening to when you hear, seeing, touching. So be careful what you eat. Don't eat from everybody's house. Don't eat from everybody, because again, there's a situation where I think I told you about this lady who asked me to buy her the 12 oranges. A dozen oranges to give her my gifts. Some people. But that same person, this is kind of deep and maybe scary to some. Zombies, not the zombies that you guys see on TV, that America has stolen that concept and idea and the tradition from the Haitian people, the Caribbean, our people. Not that, because zombies don't eat brain and all that bull crap. They don't, okay? But zombies cannot eat anything with salt. So I remember that this lady, she was like, I have high blood pressure, so I can't eat anything with salt. Like, no salt at all, right? And I'm all like, something doesn't sound right. Because my spirit always telling me, even when I least expected, my team, they on point, man. My team been protecting me since before I was born. So they are on point. They're like, yeah, she lying. And she's like, and I love this dish called legume, this Haitian dish. Oh my God, it's like the bomb, you guys. It's so good, and it's called legume, right? It's good. It's so good. Anyway, let me tell you, this dish is so freaking good. If you tell anybody you cooking that, it doesn't matter. Like any Haitian people, and you know you cooking legume, they come into your house. Trust me. They will be at your house, like with their plate, like everybody just like, it's like a traditional dish that everybody loves, legume, right? And so she's like, oh, I have some legume. I'm like, ooh, legume, I want some legume. And the spirit's like, you better not touch that legume. I'm like, oh, wow. I said, the legume just don't have salt. So I took a little bit, and the spirit just, got it out of my mouth, and I put it back. I put that stuff back. The spirit said, didn't I tell you don't touch that shit? I'm like, sorry, curious. And the spirit said, you know, if you put salt in it, you can really fuck her up. If I put salt in it, whatever zombie she had in her to have her do things that she can't normally do, they will leave and she'll become dumb as fuck. I didn't think that was my calling. I didn't think that was my place, so I did not do it. I didn't want to take that responsibility. I'm not trying to help nobody who's done that big of a crime. Now I'm gonna tell you the crime that they told me she did. I slept out. I went to sleep. It felt like I was sleeping, and I saw two little girls, Haitian little girls. That lady's Haitian, by the way. So I saw two little Haitian girls, and they were very smart girls, very good in math, very smart. And it was older sister and a younger sister, but they were like grade school. You know, they were still had their uniform. They were like very smart, and they had they loved school, and they had the pen and paper in hand, like they always doing math. They always studying, you know. And then they go, can you help us, because we want to go home and we don't know how to get home. I'm like, shit. I felt that freaking spirit. I'm like, this is not what it is, right? In the dream, I'm like, this is more than just being lost. And then so the lady came in the dream. She goes, yeah, I'm supposed to babysit them, so don't worry, I'll take care of it. And I got up. I'm like, I'm puzzled by this shit. And the spirit was like, you know what that is, right? I'm like, no. They said, she turned those little girls into, this is deep, this is deep, this is deep. This is deep. Because that was supposed to happen to me when I was little. But this is deep. This is really deep. Those of you who don't understand spirituality, how people can literally try to steal your destiny, how people can enter your energy, these entities can enter your energy and thrive, and then that's why some of you can't move freely. You can't do anything. It's like you see poverty after poverty situation. You always end up losing. You get something for 3 months or 2 months. The next thing you know, you have to start over. Those are the people who try to stop your life. That lady went and took those two little girls, they talk about their numb. I don't know, numb. I want to say their souls. But I wanna say their soul, but it's more like their zombie, like their. Remember I told you about the three spirits? It's like there's a little spirit which is your subconscious. That's where all your information is stored. That's where all your smart is that little bitty spirit. And then you have another spirit which is the conscious spirit. Right? And then you have another spirit that is the intuition spirit that tells you what is going on. So those are three spirits, remember I told you, that you were born with. So what happened, that lady went and took that little spirit from those two girls and put it into her, okay? So that's why she was so smart with math. She was really, like, she was able to read, but normally she's not able to do that. And that's why they told me if I did put the salt in her food, all I had to do was put the salt in her food and that stuff would have stopped. But I wasn't prepared for me to do that, because then how would I help those two little girls? Because once that spirit come out of that woman, they needed to go to the little girls. But now I don't know where those little girls are. I don't know where their bodies are, because they still, technically they still alive. It's just that little, they still alive, but they just kind of like they kind of like dumb, like, you know, like they can't do anything for themselves, right? So it's kind of like how do I would need those little girls to be there, and, you know, for that, when that spirit leaves, so that spirit can go back to those bodies. That's what, you know, I was being told. So I couldn't do that, and I wasn't equipped to do that yet, because I was kind of like afraid, you know, to be honest. I was afraid of this shit. You know, that shit was big, because I had just found out. I was like, what the fuck? And then, and when they spirit told me that that's what she was doing, and someone, my mom cousin, she confirmed it for me that that's what that lady was doing, was trying to do to me. Not the same thing, but was trying to take something, trying to take my kindness, you know, my character, my, you know, just me, trying to take, like, switch, you know, take me and to her, and, you know, like shit like that, right? And so I was like, wow. So it was easy for her to do it because she kept doing it. And this is a person who goes to church every day. This is a person who's supposed to be, praise the Lord, hallelujah. Okay? This is a person who's like, oh, you a Catholic, or you're not a real Christian. You this, or you don't believe in God, or you're not real. I remember this lady, she was going through something, and I prayed for her. Because the prayer I prayed for her came true, because she was praying for herself, nothing happened. As soon as I prayed for her, the situation changed. You know what that lady told me? She said, we don't believe in the same God. We don't believe in the same God, so you and I cannot hang out anymore. Dude, I'm like, yeah, you're right. We don't believe in the same God, because the God that I serve answer my prayer. The God you serve don't answer your prayer. That should let you know something. But anyway, I'm going to leave it at that, you guys. Anyway, that one is deep. So if you have any questions, let me know. Okay? I love you. Your spirit guides, your angel, your ancestors, and the Lords love you more than I do. But the Father loves you way more than we do, right? And everything you do, remember, choose yourself. By choosing yourself, you're choosing the Most High. By choosing the Most High, you are prone to be more obedient and to listen and follow your spirit team. Okay. All right, you guys. Shalom. I love you.